corona case numbers in Nepal continue to increase, and until we find a vaccine or a cure for it, we have to learn to live with it. So together with Nepal Mediciti, we bring to you the New Normal series, a compilation of tips intended to come in handy in the seemingly unavoidable coronaful days to follow. First part, masks. What is the correct mask to wear? You will hear from one extreme saying that nothing but the N95 is good to protect, to anything is great, just cover your mouth when it comes to masks. So what is the right opinion? The first thing to remember is why. Why do we wear a mask? Let us remember that the virus travels in components that are in the mucous elements, so stuff that comes out from your eyes, your nose, or your mouth. So the idea of a mask is, one, if you are infected, you don't spread the stuff that comes out from your nose or your mouth to another person, or an infected particle coming from another person's eyes, nose, or mouth does not get into you. Here are the most commonly available masks here in Nepal. The cloth mask, or using any cloth material as a mask, it is not very effective. It is the least effective. Then there is the carbon mask that can be mistaken easily for a surgical mask. They're more effective than cloth masks, but not as much as the surgical masks. Now these are the most commonly available and the recommended masks for general public. And then there is the N95s. Now these are highly recommended to just be saved for medical personnel or people working on the front line because how scarcely they are available. So how often can you use them, or how long can you wear these masks? Cloth masks, you've got to wash them regularly, wash them well. These masks are single use only, so a maximum of 8 hours of use, but if they get damp before the 8 hours, do not wait for the 8 hours to be over. These N95s, again, recommended only for frontline workers, medical people that actually come in contact with COVID infected people or may come in contact, only recommended for them because of how scarce they are. If you are using them, store them in a dry place to reuse. So the proper way to wear a mask is to only hold it by the ears, by the sides, and not touch the front. When it's a fresh piece, you put it on and you press it on the nose, but after that, no. So when you have the mask on, avoid touching on the surface areas. When you take them out as well, just do this. And do not do this, or this, or this. Let us remember that masks will inevitably be part of the new normal and are effective only when used correctly and along with other measures such as proper hand washing and social distancing. More about these in another video. Also, you are helping by wearing a mask. In the past couple of days, I did come across instances when we request somebody to wear a mask, there comes responses such as, "Oh, so you think I'm infected? I'm not sick." Wearing a mask does not mean that you are being discriminated against, that you're inferior. Preventive measures such as these are imperative to the new normal. Stay safe, stay sane, everyone. दोस्रो, ह्यान्ड वाश. साबुन पानीले बेला बेलामा राम्ररी हात धुनुपर्छ भनेर हामीले सुनिआएको धेरै भइ नै सक्यो. यो सुन्दा सानो स्टेप सुने तापनि यो अत्यन्तै जरुरी छ. अहिलेको समयमा कोरोना संक्रमण रोकथामको लागि बेला बेलामा साबुन पानीले हात धुनु अत्यावश्यक छ. याद राखौं कि कोरोना भाइरस भनेको आँखा, नाक र मुखबाट निस्किने पदार्थमा मात्रै ट्राभल गर्छ, त्यसबाट मात्रै संक्रमण हुन्छ. त्यसैले भनौं यहाँले बाहिर कुनै पनि सामान छुनुभयो रे, पेन छुनुभयो रे जसमा चाहिँ कोरोना संक्रमित व्यक्तिको भनौं थुक परेको छ, मैले के यो पेन समात्न साथै म संक्रमित भए त? भएको छुइन. किनभने देखिन मैले यो हातले आफ्नो आँखा, नाक र मुख नछोइकनै हात राम्रोसँग धोए भने देखिन त्यो त्यही धुलिसक्यो र म संक्रमित भइन्न. त्यसैले बेला बेलामा राम्ररी साबुन पानीले हात धुनु अत्यन्तै जरुरी छ. मैले माथि डिस्क्रिप्सनमा राम्रोसँग सही तरिकाले हात धुने लिंक पनि राखेको छु.
हत्केला भरि स्यानिटाइजर लिनुहोस् र दुवै हत्केलाले एक आपसमा रगड्नुहोस्. एक हत्केलाले अर्को हत्केलाको पछाडिपट्टिको भागलाई पालैसँग रगड्नुहोस्. सबै औंलालाई विपरीत हातको औंलाको कापमा अल्झाएर रगड्नुहोस्. औंलाहरूलाई भित्र फर्काई पछिल्लोपट्टिको भाग रगड्नुहोस्. एउटा हातको बुढी औंला र चोर औंला बीचको कापलाई अर्को हातका औंलाहरूले घुमाई घुमाई रगड्नुहोस्. एक हातको औंलाका टुप्पाहरूलाई अर्को हातको हत्केलामा पालै पालो रगड्नुहोस्. अब दुवै हातका नाडीहरूलाई पालै-पालो घुमाएर गर्नुहोस्।
सही तरिकाले मास्क लगाउने, हात धुने, सामाजिक दूरी कायम राख्ने जस्ता अत्यन्तै जरुरी कदमहरूले नै हामीलाई अहिलेको समयमा धेरै सहयोग गर्नेछ। अब आउँदो न्यू नर्मलमा यी बानीहरू हामीले व्यवहारमा उतार्न अत्यन्तै जरुरी छ। हामी सुरक्षित रहौं, सचेत रहौं, सतर्क रहौं, नआत्तियौं र ध्यान राखौं। तेस्रो, सामाजिक दूरी अर्थात् सोशल डिस्टेन्सिङ। आउँदो दिनहरूमा सामाजिक दूरी कायम राख्न कम्तीमा पनि 6 फिट भनेको हामी स्कुलमा हुँदाखेरि जुन चाहिँ 1 हाते दूरी राख्थ्यौं साथीहरूबाट, त्यस्तै 2 हात पर बस्न अत्यन्तै जरुरी छ र सामाजिक दूरी अभ्यास गर्नु, व्यवहारमा उतार्नु हामी सबैको जिम्मेवारी हो। किन चाहिँ सामाजिक दूरी राख्नुपर्छ भनेदेखि यो भाइरस आँखा, नाक, मुखबाट निस्कने पदार्थहरूबाट संक्रमित हुन्छ र यदि कोही संक्रमित व्यक्तिको नजिकमा तपाईँ हुनुहुन्छ भनेदेखि उहाँको आँखा, नाक, मुखबाट निस्केको पदार्थ चाहिँ आफूलाई नसरोस् भनेर सामाजिक दूरी कायम राख्न कम्तीमा पनि 6 फिटको अत्यन्तै जरुरी छ। घरभित्र रहँदा यदि यहाँको सबै परिवारजन लकडाउनको समयदेखि घरभित्रै हुनुहुन्छ भनेदेखि सामान्य रूपमा व्यवहार गर्दा भयो, सामान्य रूपमा बस्दा भयो। तर यदि घरको कोही व्यक्ति बाहिर निस्कनु नै पर्नेछ, भनौँ स्वास्थ्य कर्मी हुनुहुन्छ, सुरक्षाकर्मी हुनुहुन्छ भने उहाँबाट पनि घरभित्रै रहँदा सामाजिक दूरी अभ्यास गर्नु राम्रो हुन्छ। पछिल्ला केही दिनहरूमा बाहिर निस्कँदाखेरि सामाजिक दूरी कायम राखौं, अलि टाढा टाढा उभियौं भन्दाखेरि कतिजनाले रिसाउने, झर्को मान्ने पनि हामी उदाहरणहरू सुन्दै आइरहेका छौं। याद राखौं कि टाढिएर उभिनु, सामाजिक दूरीको प्र्याक्टिस गर्नु, अभ्यास गर्नु भनेको कसैलाई हेपेको, दुर्व्यवहार गरेको पक्कै पनि होइन। यो एउटा प्रतिरोधात्मक र अत्यन्तै जरुरी प्रतिरोधात्मक कदम हो अहिलेको समयमा। टाढिएर उभिनु, सँगै नबस्नु हाम्रो लागि नयाँ नर्मल पक्कै हो र यो प्र्याक्टिस गर्दै जाँदा अलिकति अनौठो लाग्नु, मजा लाग्नु पनि स्वाभाविक नै हो। यस समयमा हुन सक्ने मानसिक तनावहरूको बारेमा अर्को भिडियोमा। अहिलेका लागि सामाजिक दूरीको पालना गरौं। यो हामी आफ्नो लागि, आफ्नो समाजको लागि, सबैजनाको लागि अत्यन्तै जरुरी कदम हो। सुरक्षित रहौं, सबैजना ख्याल राखौं। Under the new normal, there is a lot to get used to, but stigmatization and discrimination cannot be part of the list. Looking at it from a medical point of view, there will be two groups. First, the people that can come in close contact with people who have COVID-19, people such as frontline healthcare workers, journalists, cleaning staff, transportation staff, and secondly, us, the general public. For the first category, our frontline heroes, there seems to be discrimination sometimes. Things such as making doctors and nurses that serve leave their places of residence can be examples of such discrimination. While it is understandable that we might want to stay away from people that might come in direct contact with patients suffering from coronavirus, it is in no way all right to treat them unkindly, especially now when they're putting themselves at risk to serve. If anything, we really need to be extra kind to them, extra respectful to them. Going out for a grocery, or if you have a pass or going to work, just maybe pass some bottles of water to people working on the front line. For the second category, us, the general public. The untested ones, the fear of testing positive might be so big subconsciously, things such as, oh my god, what if I test positive, then I will maybe be abandoned by all my friends, will my family be isolated from the entire society? This fear is so strong that it sometimes makes us do silly things such as lie about our travel history or not go to the doctor even when you're showing symptoms, or in people who have already been tested positive, things such as running away from quarantine facilities and isolation wards. This is just not right, and it puts not only us but everyone that we love at risk as well. We must together be very conscious that we are not stigmatizing. How? Have a conversation with your friends, with your family, that how hypothetically or for real someone tests positive, how that does not change your relationships. If anything, you will be there for each other more, supporting, encouraging each other as you get to better health. All the love may be virtual for a while, but you've got to let each other know that you'll always have each other's backs. What we must understand is that more than likely the COVID numbers will continue to increase, and people that you may know will be affected as well. Practicing recommended precautionary measures, the masks, the hand washing, the social distancing is extremely important, and it is also important to remain kind and human to each other. More on the mental stresses that can be caused at this time in another video, but for now let's fill all that social distancing with love, respect and kindness. Stay safe, stay sane. It has been more than 60 days that our sense of normalcy has been invaded. The uncertainty is getting to us, and if you're anything like me, the beginning of the lockdown was for a few days of rest, but as and when the lockdown started extending further and further, emotions have been a roller coaster ride, to say the least. And at this point, just clinging on to some memes to maintain sanity. There is a lot going on. There's the pandemic, the health repercussions of them, the economy, bringing stranded Nepalese back, integrating them back into the society. There's rising domestic violence case numbers, online harassment, there's forests to protect, and there's so much more. And all of these are important, and so is one's sanity. And sometimes these two compete with each other. We feel overwhelmed, drained, and exhausted. Many people that I know have completely switched off social media and resorted to entertainment or learning something offline just to keep calm. If you feel upset, frustrated, drained, unproductive, and just not good enough, you are not alone. We do have duties as a citizen of the country that we call home, as a human being, but we also, and equally importantly, have duties towards ourselves as individuals to take care of our own mental well-being. Some of the things that I've been trying to do to maintain my personal well-being include putting a minimum of 3 daily goals, things that I try to achieve every day, investing 2 to 3 hours in knowing about the current happenings, current situation around the world, but then consciously shifting my attention to other things, such as practicing basic mindfulness and meditation, basic yoga. Also saying out loud 3 good things that happen during the day right before bed helps too. This is not a productivity contest, it is a pandemic, and everyone has their own pace. So take the time to know your pace, know yourself, know your heart. Not every day is going to be a positive day, and there is no one switch to turn on to become positive. It is a continuous process, but you have everything within you to become everything that you want to be, including being happy. Yes, there may be gloomy days, but we will make it through this. You just have to maintain that energy to pull it through. If you know of someone who is struggling, do not ask them to just shrug it off. The worst thing to make a person who is already suffering with mental health difficulties is to make them feel that their emotions are invalid. Everyone is struggling at different levels, and comparing grievances is not going to be a solution. These are indeed challenging times, and it is going to take us as a family, as a community, as a country to take extra good care of each other to come through this. In the description box are some links to resources that might be helpful to you or someone that you know who is struggling right now. Let us take care of each other. Stay safe, stay sane, everyone. We'll get through this.